It's the voice of the people, 90.3 FM. Pleasant morning to you, okay? Welcome, everyone. Welcome, welcome, and welcome again. Okay, today is the 29th day, right? Of course, today is the 29th day in the month of September 2025. And of course, check the time, 7:02 is the time. My name is Jude, Ikami Jude, and I'm here because you're there. Welcome everyone to Front Page Review on Voice of the People, 90.3 FM. From Vanguard to Punch to the Sun, the Daily Trust, Daily Post, The Nation, Guardian. I will be serving you very, very huge stories this morning. Alright? Yeah. You and I will do it together this morning. But then, Vanguard will take the lead this morning. Don't forget, I will be having a conversation with Rufai Yoseni, and then from Rufai Yoseni we progress to Frank Ayala this morning. Alright? Let's look into all of this happening in our dear nation, Nigeria. Alright? Let's take a walk. Vanguard. Let's go. Federal government makes thesis submission mandatory for NYSC participants. Federal government makes thesis submission very, very mandatory for NYSC participants. And then, as nationwide strike begins today, federal government wades into Dangote Pengasen face-off. And then on toxic harvest, hazardous pesticides harm food production, and of course exports. I take that again. Hazardous pesticides harm food production and exports. This is according to experts. And then moving on, CBN's rate cut buoys stock market to maintain positive momentum. Nigeria, China trade hits $15.48 billion in first half 2025. Customs to tackle manufacturing bottlenecks with new one-stop platform. Raw materials export escalates amidst clamor for value addition. And then, to some more headlines now. Zamfara mine collapse. Federal government confirms 13 dead, denies 100 casualties. Okay, countdown to Yakubu's successor. Why president should not appoint INEC chairman. And then Jonathan will contest return to Aso Rock as president in 2027. This is according to Professor Jerry Gana. This man is saying again that Jonathan will contest and will return to Aso Rock as president in 2027. Professor Jerry Gana. Labour Party supporters clash over alleged attack on Abure. Labour Party supporters clash over alleged attack on Abure. PDP National Convention Committee extend deadline for form submission indefinitely. Oshun APC, Labour unions trade words over alleged partisanship. Alright. Inside crisis facing medics. Doctors in Nigeria earn 2 million naira. Japa counterparts in UK 50 million naira. Did you hear that? Inside crisis facing medics. Doctors in Nigeria earn 2 million naira, and then the Japa counterparts, those ones that have traveled, earn 50 million naira in UK. That's okay. Pengasen stops gas crude supply to Dangote refinery over sack of workers. Dangote refinery halts naira-based petrol sales. Air peace beyond the dollar naira threshold. Nigeria's economy at 65. How we missed the boat. 7:06 a.m. is the time. This is VOP FM, still giving you some more headlines, but this time around we visit Punch newspaper. Guard arrested in Rivers for sexually assaulting minor. PDP questions Okwewolo claim of $250 million investment deal. No evidence. Nigerians have lost faith in elections, says INEC. No evidence. Oh, God. Oh. No evidence. Nigerians have lost faith in elections, says INEC. Money Point unveils Varsity 5A side football tourney. Doctors give federal government fresh ultimatum to meet demands. Marketers fear fuel price hike as Pengerson strike begins. Let me dish you some more headlines quickly, everyone. Adamawa ADC gives Atiku ultimatum to pick membership card. Petrol exports hit 371 billion amidst heavy import reliance. Police rescue trafficked Ghanaian. Arrest 5 in Ogun. Christians not endangered or marginalized. Federal government tackles critics. Pengerson strike may trigger nationwide blackout. Terminal plants shut down. Guard arrested in Rivers for sexually assaulting minor. On trade fair demolition, traders count losses, decry lack of notice. Ondo family accuses police of cover-up over trafficked daughter. Police arrest 4 criminal suspects in Yobe crackdown. Abductors of new lawyer sister demanded 400 million naira ransom, according to family. NDLEA nabs 2 drug lords with cocaine and heroin. Kwara governor mourns as 12 killed in gunmen attack. Kano court dies of accidental discharge. Imo CP warns against abuse of suspects' rights. 7:09 is the time. This time, the Sun newspaper is ready. Nopeng hires Falana to defend suit filed by Dangote, MRS oil companies. Nopeng hires Falana to defend suit filed by Dangote and, of course, MRS oil companies. Let's go. 2027, Jonathan will return as president under PDP. Professor Jerry Gana. Dangote accuses Pengerson of serial sabotage. 7. What's that again? Okay, I'll look at that again. I'll bring back that if possible. Army headquarters directs GOC Ibadan to relocate to Kwara as governor seeks increased security deployment. 2027, Jonathan will return as president under PDP. Jerry Gana is so sure of that. To Anambra State, ADC's Nwosu boasts of victory, says APC Abga polluted already. Osun now, 2026, Akonde Oyetola capable of producing best candidate. APC chieftain speaking. And then Kwara sliding into insecurity never before witnessed in its history, says Saraki. Ikem re-elected Cross River PDP chairman, Professor Orno Hill's party. And finally here, allocation paid into council's account, not to our chairman, says the All Progressives Congress. From the Sun, we move now to Daily Thrust newspaper. 7:11 is the time. Let's look at it. Dangote, Pengerson feud. Nigerians oppose service disruption. Jerry Gana is reiterating that again. I think all newspapers are reporting this story. 2027, Jonathan will contest presidency and return to Villa. Professor Jerry Gana. And then, why cases of male infertility are on the rise. Otedola to Umar Sani, your claims of subsidy false. Zenon took nothing from federal government. Your claim of subsidy is false. It's false. Zenon took nothing from federal government. And then Pencom raises PFA's capital to 200 billion naira sets other regulatory guidelines. And then Pengasen, what Dangote needs to do for peace to reign. And then fresh rift. Federal government summons Pengasen, Dangote refinery. There is no religious genocide in Nigeria, says federal government. Let's report some more stories courtesy Daily Post. Yes, from Daily Trust, we move to Daily Post this morning. Federal government summons Pengasen, Dangote to Monday truce meeting. That's today. We hope it comes out well anyway. Then on recruitment, Nigerians knock customs service over failed CBT. That's what it is. Nigerians have surrendered to bandits. Bulama is the one speaking. Nigerians have surrendered to bandits. On recruitment, Nigerians knock customs over failed CBT. To some of the headlines now, Niger PDP elects new chairman. APC can win Kano without Kwankwanso. Party chieftain tells Tinubu. APC can win Kano without Kwankwanso. Party chieftain tells Tinubu. And in 2027, APC vows to take back Zamfara. Politicization of grief won't work in Adamawa. APC speaking. And then to Edo State, PDP re-elects Azegbami as chairman, 3 ex-commissioners and others. Okay. TSIEC, that's TISEC, accuses APC of deliberate boycott, misleading public over upcoming local government elections. Okay. VOP 90.3 FM. Let's check out just few stories courtesy The Guardian newspaper. SEC warns of AI investment scams targeting Nigerians. Otedola asks federal government to release subsidy panel report on masked real beneficiaries. Nigeria risks 14.7 billion naira daily loss. Fuel crisis as Dangote Pengasen rift dippings. Okay. PENCOM outlines roadmap for PFA, PFC new capital requirement. Oye to discuss Nigerian opportunities at Turkish Economic Forum. This is Voice of the People, 90.3 FM. And finally, let me give you some story courtesy The Nation newspaper. 7:15 is the time. All right. 13 dead in Zamfara mine collapse. Federal government intervenes in Dangote Pengasen row. Nigerians sacrifices paving way for economic renewal, says federal government. Nigerians sacrifices paving way for economic renewal, says the federal government. And then, no religious genocide in Nigeria, says Idris. Release Imokwede's subsidy report to unmask real beneficiaries. Otedola urges federal government. Nigeria's sacrifice is paving way for economic renewal, says federal government. And then, finally here, federal government intervenes in Dangote Pengasen roar. You're on to Voice of the People 90.3 FM. Let's join Rufayo Seni quickly for some analysis. Analysis of some of these headlines. Okay? Let's join him quickly.
So as we move forward to celebrating Nigeria's 65th year, this is 5 years after our Diamond Jubilee. The question we should ask is, what are the gains and the losses? Some will argue that petrol has become a curse for Nigeria. Some will argue that integration and politicians divided Nigeria. But what are the gains and the losses? From an economy of about, you know, little over 5 billion around the independence period to an economy now that at some point was close to about 500 billion about 10 years ago. But today we have gone to half of that 500 billion, about 240 billion GDP now. In the last 10 years, it has to be said that Nigeria has gone back and we have lost all the advancements. Because I remember in the last 10 years, as at the time Nigeria celebrated, our 55th anniversary, the conversation then was if we constantly grew at this pace about 6-7%, and we kept inflation at base, which was the CBN target of inflation that was 9%, Nigeria should be looking forward to doing by now at about 700-800 billion. And maybe in the next 10 years, if that growth was continuous, then we should be looking at actually having a 1 trillion nominal GDP. But all of that growth was truncated. And we have gone back in circles. Our currency have been devaluated from about, little over 100, 210, 306, then 360 to about 1,480 as it is now. At some point, it was going up to 2,000, was going up to 1,900 because there was a devaluation. When this government did take over, currency was a little over 400 official markets, unofficial markets about 500-600. But today, the case is different. So, and when you look at Nigeria's history, this has been the cycle. Just like how Nigeria made a lot of money in the 70s after the Civil War, and permit me to let you know that in bonds and war debts, the Civil War cost us a little over $240 million as at then. And we took a lot of treasury ways and means, but because of proper economic management, we were able to ride through all of that. Then after the Civil War, crude oil prices went up. But what did we do? It was a litany of corruption. Yes, we had some investment in manufacturing in the 70s. We had Peugeot automobile plants, we had some other manufacturing outlets. But as at the early 80s, the crude oil prices have crashed. Because while we had the Yom Kippur War in the early 70s, 72, 73, crude oil prices were up. But in the early 80s, crude oil prices had crashed. Then we're already back to square one. As at 81, 82, 83, it was already a problem, of the economy. And we started to drop again. We started rationing our forex. If you remember in the early 80s, that's when we had things like Esenko, where governments will have to import what they call essential commodities and make people queue up for them before you get food items and all of that to be able to ration forex. That was the days where a couple of us said Ghanaians were the problem. And then we now had a problem with import licensing that was politicized in such a way that those people that have political connections and party connections that were given accesses to those import licenses. And to clear those import licenses became a big problem afterwards. Then as at 1986, we had to take the hard pill of going to a second tier foreign exchange market, which was some form of devaluation, and where they said the naira was going to find its value at about 3-1. But as of 1991, it had grown over 9 naira to the dollar, and it never looked then. I never looked back then. that even as at 94, 95, when the government was saying, oh, it was about 22 naira officially to the dollar, on the parallel markets, you could have gotten it for between 60 to 80 naira to the dollar. Then Olusegun Obasanjo brought in his Dutch auction system. We got some stability under this managed float tenure, and we've always hovered around. So what I've just told you is a pictorial view of what happened, about 65 years. If you plot a graph of Nigeria, it's up and down. The up time normally comes when we have a boom in crude oil prices, but because you have a rentier system of corruption that takes all the benefits away, it causes a lot of challenges in the end. And that's why, see, most of the problems that we have in Nigeria has been caused by leadership and lack of forthright leadership. A leadership that comes to power and thinks of their own interest alone and the interest of their own cronies that brought them into power, under the guise of trying to make new set of people rich. But the kind of wealth you give them is what we call rent-seeking wealth that is not sustainable in the long run. And what this does is, it also becomes inflationary, because while you are trying to give this wealth to people, just like some people did with forex arbitrage and the likes, you have to now stretch government spending to get more out, which becomes inflationary. And because a lot of people are not producing goods to be able to go in turn and get forex for the economy, so there's a low level of productivity. And over the years, some administration have thought, oh, the way to increase the governmental spending while they do their own shenanigans is to tax the people. And that's why a lot of people are complaining about this new tax bill, to stretch the people even further, the people that have not given a platform for productivity. So in the last 65 years, from 1960 to about now, nothing has changed. It's just been a cycle of up and down. Probably the only times when we have good times and when crude oil prices go up, just like we had it in 72, 73 after the Yom Kippur War. But all the gains we made in the 70s, we squandered it. We saw how we did all sorts of projects like a national theater that was fraught with a lot of corruption. We had the cement armada. By 1980, we were broke. Even when we made some money from the Gulf War, 91, 92, 93-ish, around that period, the looting of the military government that the Abacha days had creamed everything away. As at 1999, when we handed over to democracy, due to international sanctions and the likes, Nigeria was already in a dire strait, and that's why the early 2000s we were already going to beg for debt forgiveness again. Then, okay, we had some resurgence during the Jonathan period, where crude oil prices went up again, over $100 per barrel. All of that, most of that money was taken away. President Buhari claimed he wanted to buy Super Tucano. The sovereign wealth funds that they said they should set up, there's less to nothing there today, because the governors then also said, oh, give us the money, let us spend it. The same governors that collected a lot of the money that was agitating for the money to be shared, President Buhari had to start giving them bailout to be able to pay salaries. So it's been a cycle because there's lack of production. So for the next 65 years of Nigeria, if Nigeria is going to thrive, at first we must change our political culture, which will also revolve around the culture around tribalism, the culture around nepotism. And my brother did here, so you should milk the country dry. It's only in our interest. What we just do when we still have that kind of culture is that we just bring about rent seekers, portfolio people. That's why most of the big people today in the country that claim they are portfolio people. Look at the sectors, portfolio people. It is now that we're having some real productivity that the likes of them Dangote are putting their head in there. Formerly, the crude oil sector was just dominated by people that used to go and collect allocation of diesel and petroleum products or imports. And because of after the importation, some will not even import. They will import water and they will go and claim subsidies and they will sell and make big margins. So there's never really been a level of production or productivity. The NNPC was complicit. So except we have a real level of production and we cannot grow, except we shun nepotism and de-emphasize money politics, we cannot really grow. Secondly, government should now be in the vanguard of ensuring that we spur productivity for sectors and industries. Because it obviously shows that government, it's not that government does not know how to do business. There are other parts of the world that government does some good business. But it also shows here that anytime you try to make government dabble into business, it causes a lot of problem in the end because of selfish interest. I mean, we know how governments killed companies like Ajaokuta and the likes. I mean, Ajaokuta never even thrived. Companies like DSC, Delta Steel Company, another steel rolling mills because of selfish interest. So maybe you should also have a proper governance structure, even if government is going to get into manufacturing and ecosystem. But if the private sector is going to get in there, the government should be able to lend a lot of support and provide enabling environments. And also help to protect businesses, not overtax them. I mean, we all remember how governmental policy killed the likes of Adebo Ali in the early 80s. When I did likes of Adebo Ali, try setting up factory to make productions and things like that. They tried household appliances in the late 70s, the 80s. Government structure, dumping came, disrupted the ecosystem. And a country that can't get harness its own potential in productivity and production definitely will have problems. We also need to get our sociological balance right. We must have leaders that will speak to the unity of this country and remind all of us that this country is one and bring people together, not leaders that are so shallow-minded. I think the easiest way to win votes is to divide people along tribe and religion. What we should also do is try as much as possible to make our country centers of production. In every geopolitical zone, areas where they have comparative advantage to be able to do well for the people. There's so much vast potential, but it looks as though we kill these potentials. Work on security and fix the problems of insecurity in the country. We need to be able to get rid of this banditry and agitation and all of that is going on in our country as we speak today. Then harness the power of the youth and help them to jumpstart the technological revolution for the next generation. Harness the power of the youth in many sectors, agricultural, manufacturing, and the likes, adding value to products and services and helping the economy to be able to thrive. I mean, these are things we should look forward to for the next 65 years. Also, having leaders that can repair the image of Nigeria, not leaders that are selfish, that are self-centered, that just use cronyism to take away the wealth of the country and bring about a genuine level of productivity. I think these are the things that are going to help us as we look forward to the next 65 years in our country. So there are stories making the rounds that if this strike of Pengasin is not averted, they might have to shut down electricity supply. In fact, I got some messages yesterday as regards the shutting down of some of the electricity plants across the country. If you remember, this is occasioned by the fact that Dangote Group and Pengasin have been at loggerheads as regards the state of play of some members of Pengasin that Pengasin claimed were removed from work or were relieved of their duties at Dangote refinery or suspended, and they've been at it for a while. And now Legacy is saying that they should shut down gas supplies, to Dangote, to thermal plants across the nation and electricity plants, and that might lead to a grid collapse. In fact, I want the government to step in. I know the DSS will have to step in because shutdown of a grid is a matter of urgent national importance. And this must not be allowed to happen. Yes, they might have their squabbles, but Legacy now trying to shut down a national grid at a time like this is a very sad tale for our country. But also, Pengasi must be reminded that Dangote is a private business. And for businesses to thrive, we have also seen the harmful effect of unions. Because it's so easy to make the argument Pengasi is making, but they forget in a hurry that we have also seen the disastrous effect of unions. At first, it was Nupeng. And nobody will allow unions to be able to crumble their activities and we just sit down and we look at them. Another quick story making the round. The federal government now is saying that there is no religious genocide going on in this country. This is a reaction to a popular story making the rounds, that a video that was revealed by American journalist Bill Maher on one of his shows about genocides going on as regards Christian genocide in the country. But the Minister of Information has come out to refute that statement. He issued a statement yesterday to that effect.
This is Voice of the People 90.3 FM. You're on to front paid review. My name is Jude. Ikami Jude. This time around, we want to have a conversation with an analyst, all right? A public affairs analyst, Frank Ayala. All right, we're now being joined by Frank Ayala. Frank, good morning to you.
Good morning. How are you doing?
I'm fine. Top of a morning to you. Top of a morning to you.
You too.
Now, there are basic issues I want us to talk about. I am sure you are aware what Professor Jerry Gana has said. You know, that Goodluck Jonathan is actually on his way to the Also Villa and that he will be the president come 2027 and nothing will stop him. But that's not where I want to start this conversation from. I want to begin from INEC. All right. This morning we hear that, you see, there is this. Okay, first of all, let me say that there is this countdown to Yakubu's successor. Yakubu is about to go, and then the country will soon shop for another INEC chairman. But then Nigerians have been asking, should the president still be the one to appoint an INEC chairman for our country? All right. What about all of these, concerns that Nigerians have been raising? For instance, electoral reforms. No one is talking about it. The federal government is not talking about electoral reforms. Now, here is it. Should the president continue to appoint the chairman of INEC? And by so doing, exact what critics call undue interference on the nation's electoral system in favor of the ruling party and, of course, to the detriment of the opposition. Here is my question to you today, Frank, this morning. Talk to me.
Now, Judy, unfortunately, this is where we are. It is a law as it stands today that it is the president that will nominate the INEC chairman. It's a law. Until that law is altered or renewed, nothing will change. Then, who are the opposition? When the opposition were in power, did they look at that clauses in the law to say, okay, we need to amend it to reflect what they are now thinking now? Is it because they are no more in power? Is it because they are no more in power? So, and if anybody will be living in the other side of this world, if he ever think that Tinubu, as it stands today, will ever amend anything that will not favor it. So, I think we need to wake up on this reality that we are where we are, and we are heading where we don't think we need to go. And for Yakubu, who the channel will be coming to a close by December, early December, that again, they emphasize the need that no power transcend, nobody will forever. All the money he must have things he have made. He should go and enjoy it. Let's see the number of security people that will not be standing around him. Let's see those who will not be, who are the encouraging him to commit the crime they commit by coming to a national line by saying there was a technical glitch against the Nigerian wish. Then Yakubu was not alone in that criminality, because the Supreme Court, the Court of Appeal, affirmed what he did that make it they legalize what Yakubu did. So there's already a loophole for whosoever is coming in. The prayer we are always praying now is, let whosoever is coming try to be fair in line with what Nigeria did. So that's my submission on that. There is nothing I'm going to change the electoral reform. There would never, when Buhari were signing the electoral reform, we celebrated him. But the politicians who know what they want to do put that clause in that electoral transmission of the result is not legal. Electronic transmission of the result is not legal. So that was the escaping route. They were only the escaping for these dangerous and all these self-aggrandizement politicians.
You started by Frank, you started by mentioning the Constitution, pointing to the Constitution. But I want to ask you, do you think that this current administration is ready to alter that before 2027? Would it not be like hold on, like what people said about Goodluck Jonathan, who doesn't have the power, or who had the power but couldn't use it, who doesn't know what to do at the right time? Do you think that the All Progressives Congress will do the needful, will listen to the cries of Nigerians to allow them, Nigerians, choose the next INEC chairman?
Any Christian that is thinking that devil will now one day repent and become a saint should wait until the final day of his life. APC is as good as that illustration. APC can never, Judy, APC can never, looking at the profile and the ability of the man that is at the front of middle of the conversation so far. Tinubu, we know, do not like opposition. We see it in Lagos for 24, 26 years. We see it in Lagos. Somebody that look at where he move about day. Is it that person that go to amend that constitution? That is looking for loophole everywhere. Is he a man that the credibility was tested internationally and he failed? Is he a man that everything about him is secret on secret, is coded on secrecy? No genuine date of death. You listen to Ladoja. Ladoja is 81 years of age. He was connected in Oyo. May Ray bring us peace in Oyo State. When Ladoja was a governor, when Ladoja was a senator, Tinubu was a senator in 93. In the floor of the house, this our president, as he stands today, celebrate a birthday of 53 in 1993, Judy. 1993, celebrated a birthday at 55, 53. He did not say he did not believe in one Nigeria. The media is everywhere. The Ladoja then was also of the same age mate. Today, Ladoja is 81 and our president is 73, according to him. See, these are the profile of somebody who is in the office is a determinant factor on the kind of policy you should expect. So as of today, these are current government lack credibility, and the world knows. He went to India recently and said corruption is no more in Nigeria, and he came back to the place which was quoted out of context. So these are, if you are expecting Tinubu to initiate electoral reform, I think we are joking. Unfortunately, we are joking. If you want to have your sound mental health, please do not just think that direction. Because Tinubu will be, even the National Assembly under Akpabio, which can never happen. If Akpabio make an attempt to do it, Tinubu will not endorse it. And so just as Just as Galadima said, that any attempt to rig election, we shouldn't go to where we don't need to go. Because people are tired, Judy. People are tired. There's so much lie from the government circle. Okay, Judy, let's not digress so far. This one lie. This is the only country in the world where MPRO is higher than inflation. Please quote me in any part of this world. Our inflation, according to MBS, which everybody have begin to type, that's the clarification of the data MBS release. The inflation is 20.12 and MPRO is 27%. What an irony today. So these are people you think they're going to amend the electoral act to reflect what you want as against their wish. We need to wake up.
Let me also reiterate.
We need to wake up.
Let me also reiterate here that INEC, has dismissed recent claims suggesting that Nigerians have lost confidence in the country's electoral system, describing such assertions as baseless and unsupported by facts. Yes, INEC dismisses claims of public distrust in the electoral process. Frank, that's what we hear.
Then again, these are the kind of characters. These are kind of characters like Yakubu that have come to stay at the national aim of our national life. In 1999, we had about 62% people that came to vote. 62% in 1999. In 1993, it dropped to about 58%. Today, it dropped to 58%. In 97, it dropped to around 43.4%. Please fact check me. Then in 2011, because of Jonathan, we see as a fresh air, according to the House program, the thing increased back to 52%. Then in 2015, what happened? Buhari got 15.7 million votes. Jonathan got around 12.something million votes. Put together, it's less than 30%. The entire vote that voted in the Federation was about 38%. In 2003, what happened? Today, look at the total vote cast. As at that time, we have 94 million voter registered voter. 94 million.
Okay.
Out of 94 million, please print your calculator and calculate the total vote cast. That is less than 24 million. That means we have less than 23%. That is the implication. So if INEC is coming to tell me all those nonsense, I think maybe they are believing that Nigeria, and they also forget that we have over 190 universities that are producing graduates, either by hook or by that are very sound in terms of looking at the numbers. So INEC should just better keep quiet. They've allowed INEC to destroy their integrity. So they should just keep quiet, allow Nigeria to just suffer their pain they've caused us while we wait for 2027. So Nigerians are losing. Okay, look at the election that happened in Port Harcourt last month, or this month precisely. Do you see the vote? Look at what happened in Edo. Do you see the vote? So those are the issues that one person will sit down because he has a platform to speak at the national level. He opened his mouth to tell Nigerians that we have confidence in that what they are doing there. Today, these guys need to wake up for them to know that after their office, they don't have a home to go. Nigerians are hungry, Nigerians are hungry, they are angry. The home you want to go is going to be surrounded by thousands or millions of people that are poor, that are hungry. That might come for you to support them with the little you think you have made. That will even make you to be poorer after a while. So those are the issues today. Nigerians have lost confidence. I don't think we can ever redeem it. When APC is already saying we vote or we don't vote, APC will win. What does that tell you? So we don't need to vote.
But there is still
need to say it on the record.
There is still need to vote, Frank. Because according to
there is need to vote. That's why we encourage every Nigerian to go and get their voters card and come out to demand. Because if you don't vote, you have created a column for them to rig. We need to come out. All right.
Because if Nigerians don't come out to vote, you're actually giving opposition a higher hand, to do whatever they want to do. But aside that, don't you fear?
I agree with you.
Don't you fear that what happened in 2023? All right. Oh, sorry, in 2000 and Yeah, in 2023, I beg your pardon. What happened in 2023 will repeat itself again in 2027 because Nigerians, clamored so much, pointed to INEC's bias during the election, don't you think? Now that the president will still be the one to appoint the INEC chairman, don't you think that what happened in 2023 is about to play out again, even much more, in 2027?
Judy, what happened in 2023 was not because the government, the president appointed Yakubu. Yakubu, for me, by his nature, is corrupt. Because for someone to go to Chatham House, the best policy formulation body in the world, you sat down there to say the game changer is the paper that you have introduced, that every election as is happening at the unit level is going to be transmitted to the server that will serve as a backup in case there is a mutilation of the result. Then that person now open his mouth and say, if I'm Yakubu's son, I will be ashamed of you. I will disown him by now. Because Yakubu was a national disgrace. A national disgrace that we never have time to redeem that name again. So the issue is not about the appointment. The issue about the credibility of what Nigeria has become. Everybody is after money. Religion sentiment and ethnicity have divided us the more. If you watch 2023, what played into Tinubu's calculation was power must switch to the south by hook or by. Then the obedient people who I think they ought to have been sensitive to know that Obi does not have what it takes as at that time to put the numbers. APC were the one that infiltrating the obedient to keep shouting, go to another party, because they know with Obi on that ballot, the entire vote of the East will swing towards the direction. And it was clear. APC have 127.8 million, 127,800 votes in the entire Southeast. David Umar was a city governor.
Okay.
Opus is a city governor as we speak. See, they have 127,800 votes. But this next election, I doubt if they will get 50,000. So those are what speak to that sentiment. Based on this, then Yakubu have no choice. So that he will look as if he's supporting his brother Atiku or working for Obi. Yeah, Tinubu have to look for a way to. All of us were voting. Tinubu were just looking for only one person vote for Yakubu. And the only way they can do that was to say there was a technical glitch. Don't also forget that the same day we have senatorial election. So the senatorial election went through. The president did not go through. What an irony. What a country. What a country that is being prepared by Yakubu attitude.
Last week, Yaga Africa came out to say that, hey, Nigerians, the next election, the 2027 election will be worse. I mean, it will be highly monetized. The level of money that will be, the amount of money that will be spent in 2027 hasn't been heard before, and people begin to look at it. What does that, how would Nigerians even look at it in 2027? Like you rightly said, you started by saying Nigerians should not even bother to come out and vote. Should they now be, okay, just come out and get the money and go and rest? Because on the street, I was able to speak with some persons who tell me, see, forget about the next election. We will just come out and take whatever belongs to us, and we'll just vote for whoever, the highest bidder. Frank, again, I ask, don't you think that will be what will happen, what will play out in 2027?
Judy, what Nigerians are not seeing is bigger than what we think we have on ground. Judy, the value of average Nigerian man tied to the influence of money.
Because Nigerians are
That's
hungry.
why the politician will
Nigerians are hungry right now.
That's why, Judy, Nigerians are hungry. I agree with you because of this bad policy of this two clueless government we have in the most recent time, starting from Buhari. Nigerians are hungry because of their clueless and policies somersaulting that we have. We are not looking at the vote. These two people do not believe in what statistics is saying. That's why our current government is manipulating figure to justify, forgetting that any figure you put on the table, the international community, while you are going to beg for investment, are looking at your data. So any attempt for them to say this data is wrong, nobody believes what nonsense you are saying. So what am I saying? Nigerians are hungry. Because you're hungry, is there a room for you to not be stealing? Because collecting bribe, buying vote or selling vote is bribe. It's corruption. You the one's corruption. When Buhari came in 2014, he was shouting integrity, integrity. I have a reason to go for edition 8 of the Oxford dictionary. He said corruption is any act of dishonesty. It's called corruption. Any act of dishonesty. So you that they are coming to buy vote for, are you honest? So we are all guilty in this issue that is on ground. It's not the only the Tinubu of this world. It's not the Yakubu of this world. You that collected money to sign your conscience as a gay person, you know that this person, if you live like living there for 200 million years, he cannot perform more than what they have done by bringing us beyond that. Buhari left us in 1960. Tinubu have come to take us back to 1939. If you do the calculation, if you put the figures very correct. So you that buy vote and you that sell vote, we are all guilty of the same crime. So it's good enough to blame the president, to blame the INEC, to blame the legislator. We that have sold our conscience for 10,000, 20,000, we also have a blame. Right. We have 60% blame because if you have not collected, that man will not bring you for the second time to come and bribe you.
Okay, let me put aside INEC and talk about. Let me drive you to the People's Democratic Party. Former Information Minister and member of the Board of Trustees of the PDP, Professor Jerry Gana, has disclosed again that former President Goodluck Ebele Jonathan will contest the 2027 presidential election under the party's platform, the PDP. All right? He said Jonathan will return as president under PDP in 2027. Frank, what is really going on? Today we hear Jonathan is going, tomorrow Jonathan is not going, and all of that. But Professor Jerry Gana is coming out this time to say, hey, Nigerians, Jonathan is coming. He will return to Aso Rock. What is the PDP doing, really? Can the PDP gather this whole thing? I mean, maybe I should ask you, what is really going on with the PDP? Is this just a way to lure the guy to come out and then, like some people say, mess up himself? What's going on?
Judy, when we discuss Jonathan sometimes, you need to remember a popular verse in the Bible that say the chief stone which the chief corner builder rejected because the chief cornerstone. Remember that popular verse in the Bible? Those same people that say they don't want Jonathan because so that is what I've seen in Jonathan's life. But I will advise him in my own personal capacity, you need to watch these guys. Some of them could be working for this our current president.
Oh, really?
If you look at it, the sentiment on ground on the table of the Northerner, I'm not a Northerner, I'm not speaking for them. Northern will look at it, we do analysis to see their sentiment. What's their sentiment? They are saying, fine, by moral justification, the Southerner will take 8 years if you have performed well. But this government at the middle of this government that is current, this our current government as stand today, have performed woefully beyond redemption. And if power must remain in the South, we need to look for somebody who will not damage us beyond where we are. That's why they see Jonathan coming into the picture. And if you look at Jonathan's integrity, let me quote some of the integrity in well. My blood does not worth my ambition does not worth the blood of a Nigeria. Are we correct?
Yeah.
Can this current government that is there now say such a thing? They cannot. These are two different human beings. And one other thing that is also going to work against this government. Judy, there's a law called the law of karma. It's either it can work against anybody. We are not the one that wrote it. It's not subject to amendment. Tinubu work against a Southerner. Tinubu work against a Southerner. So that karma is going to work against Tinubu. And I advise him to play the game the way it ought to be played. Yes. It's unfortunate that karma have come to stay.
Okay.
So for Jonathan to play, Jonathan gave them a condition. As they meet up the condition, they met Jonathan in Cairo. 11 of them met Jonathan in Cairo. What was the condition? They should go and get Atiku to come back to PDP. They should go and get Obi to come back to PDP. Because Jonathan also know if those two forces are outside PDP, it will be dangerous because they will also split the vote. As they meet up those conditions. The second condition was that you go and expect Wike. Because Wike have become a very dangerous. He has inbuilt destruction mechanisms. And then meet up those two lines. So if Jonathan of this world see he can navigate all this troubled water, why not? Then what we need now, we need somebody that will take us out of dungeon and plan the economy, put the economy on a progressive path again, And we pay these dangerous people that have taken over power for the past 10 years, never come near the government house again.
The big question now is, are Nigerians actually clamoring to bring back Goodluck Jonathan? Because Gana, while he was speaking, pointed out that in 2015, Jonathan said his ambition was not worth the blood of Nigerians, just like you also said, Frank. And now after him, another president ruled for 8 years, and now another has ruled for 2 years. Nigerians have seen the difference, and the difference is very clear. Nigerians are now asking us to bring back our friend, former President Jonathan. I ask again, are Nigerians actually clamoring to have Goodluck Jonathan back on the ballot?
Jude, if you look at what's on ground, no matter how the pay it is in the night, you pray for the day to break. No matter, you don't even know what the day is going to bring for you. So that's where we are. The pain under APC becoming so heavy that people are being destroyed by their actions because of the kind of pain they carry. No wonder the need of people to pay. So if you look at it, we have no option than to go and beg somebody that we have tested. We also see the level of greed that is not dangerous. During Jonathan, all data we are being released the way it is. Jonathan is not the one that muzzle his minister to go in direction. Go and say it the way it is.
Okay.
That's why we could see some level of progress, development. Nigeria, we are declared the biggest economy in Africa with about $574 billion GDP. Today we have less than 200 billion GDP. If my figures are correct. So Nigeria will definitely look for Jonathan because we have tested him. We've seen what he can. We see what the body language is saying. We see what he can do. We see how we do the bag of fries. The most expensive hamburger was about 8,000 naira. Inflation was 8.5%. Today we are celebrating 20%. USD was $197 naira per dollar. You see, minimum wage was 18,000 naira. If you divide 18,000 naira by 197, it give you close to about $100. Today divide their $70 with 1,400 naira, it give you about $39. So APC have come to create more poverty than what we think they will. They've come to destroy this country. So any attempt to take them out, we need to take them out urgently and get Jonathan or whoever want to come. Provided the person will not start doing exactly what it will have done to destroy Nigeria.
Quickly now, Frank. Frank. The ADC has issued an ultimatum to Atiku Abubakar, former secretary to the government of the Federation, Babachir Lawal, and other prominent figures in the party to register at their respective wards before the end of the year or risk losing recognition as members. All right. The headline says Adamawa ADC gives Atiku ultimatum to pick membership card. Frank, your response?
You know why? Because Jonathan have given 3 conditions to people that came to beg him to come back to national life. And one of the conditions is they should go and get Atiku and Obi to come back to PDP. So that is why those guys cannot start in ADC now. They are looking at the way, and he has them to get Wike out. So if you look at those 2 conditions, it's a very drastic condition that Atiku will not be in the order to go and pick ADC. You need to be sure that no one pick ADC, then tomorrow the last accepting some condition precedent for him to be more relevant in Jonathan's government and not start calling back. So those are where they are. That's why they cannot let it start for now. So ADC have also seen it that if we don't get this guy to switch challengers now, they might fall back to their former party. Because Saraki is working on them seriously. Saraki is seriously working on them.
APC can win Kano without Kwankwanso. Party chieftain tells Tinubu. What do you think?
The person should go and sleep. He should better wake up on that sleep. Where we are there when Kwankwanso last election, APC came very distant third, a bit distant second. Where Kwankwanso was about 1.8 million in governorship. Where are they? APC can, even as it stands today, if Kwankwanso go to APC, they will struggle to win Kano because Nigerians are hungry. Nigerians don't want to hear that word APC. That's why Kwankwanso himself is also, with all the promises they give, promising that this vice president, you're going to do this. It's skeptical to join these people because they know they have a very bad name. No matter how the devil try to paint Christianity for you, there's something in you that will tell you, say this man a devil. So that is where APC is.
Finally, let me take you to your state, Edo State. Your brother, the governor of Edo State, Monday Okwebolo, is under fire. Because
a
The
disaster.
Edo State chapter of the PDP has asked the governor to provide detailed explanation on the $250 million agreement recently signed with the European African Chamber of Commerce and Industries. All right. PDP questions Okwebolo's claim of $250 million investment deal. Frank, how far? What has your brother done again this time around?
Jude, I was fortunate to meet a very senior APC member in Edo State recently. We engaged ourselves on a one-on-one discussion, not on the party level, but on friendship level. And the guy told me, say, even the APC chairman will not employ Monday Okwebolo to come and be a teacher to his primary 1 year old child, because Monday know nothing. Why will Monday, somebody that cannot pronounce his budget went to sign an agreement of 250 million USD? Do you see the video clips on how my governor we are talking?
They are confusing.
Recently, I was with we were fortunate to make a governor from the south. In short, Undubusi Peter Umba. The guy we are speaking for close to like 1.5 hours was not looking at paper. He was putting the policy that is stimulating all the sectors in Enugu. How is going to make Enugu a turning destination direction for people to come for investment that is targeting 3 million people. We are putting a policy page by page. They are not leaving that place, now listen to my Edo State governor. How will Monday, in short, I wrote a piece on it recently. Monday should not even travel out again because it's a disgrace to that state. They said I produced over 170 professors. They said I produced an intellectual. Monday. Sometimes they'll say exam is not the true test of knowledge. It's not true. If you look at Monday results, 7D, it's a test of his knowledge.
Frank, I have to let you go at this time. Thank you so much for having this conversation with us this morning. Thank you indeed, Frank. Voice of the People, 90.3 FM. Let's go on this short break, and when I return, I will take your calls and read your messages. My name is Jude.
O Hashem Elohim, hear, O Israel, the Lord God is our God. The Lord God is one and only. Welcome to the community of Hashem worldwide. As we mark 65 glorious years of God's faithfulness, we stand united in honoring the legacy and nurturing the future. Join us on a journey of faith, strength, and shared purpose, past, present, and beyond. Theme: honoring the legacy, nurturing the future. Featuring a powerful historic drama presentation of the memoirs of the community of Hashem worldwide, uplifting choir performances, vibrant cultural dances, inspiring presentations by the Covenant Children Ministry, exciting recreational activities, and lots more. Date: Tuesday 14th and Wednesday 15th October 2025, immediately after the Holy Convocation service of the Feast of Tabernacles. Venue: the Festival Arena, Awuda, Nodi, Idemili South Local Government Area of Anambra State, Nigeria. Glory to God for His enduring goodness.
Come, let's celebrate this remarkable milestone together in faith, strength, and joy. Shalom.
You are listening to the number one station.
The Voice of the People, 90.3 FM. Do not touch that dial.
All right, 0700 903 903 903. 0700 903 903 903. What's up? 081 717 56338. 081 717 56338. You will move away from your radio set or turn down the volume so we can hear each other. Okay, just about 60 seconds for everyone. Mind what you say on the national radio. In other words, be very, 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 very civil. Okay? Let's go there. Hello, good morning to you this morning. Where are you calling from?
Good morning. You have Mr. Mba calling from Elasa.
Good morning.
Frank, I love you 1 million times. You spoke well. I love you so much. In fact, I don't have anything to say. This is kind of person we need to come and address or come and raise a political issue in Nigeria. He spoke very well. God bless you. Thank you.
Thank you so much for calling. Hello, good morning to you.
Jude, good morning.
Good morning.
My name is Robert.
Okay.
I'm calling you from Apapa.
Okay.
You read in your headline that Falano, Pegasi, Nupeng, whatever, they are Falano to defend them. I want to beg Falano. He's a man I know for integrity. Please, you should stay clear from this issue. I know it's a lawyer. Nupeng is trying to grant this economy down. For now, Nigeria does not have it. It's only that they may say it's a monopoly, it's a whatever. Only God knows where we would have been if Dangote is not for grant. So let Dangote be, please.
All right.
Falana should leave Nupeng, whatever they call themselves, misbehave. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for calling. Thank you. Hello, good morning here.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning.
Judy.
Good morning.
Yeah, Babaji.
Right.
Yeah, honestly, let me agree with Frank, what he said this morning about Jonathan. Like, even Erofai said it, that anyhow we can get him out. I think we should use every method, every strategy. And good luck, Jonathan. If he's coming back, he's going to spend only 4 years. And the northern politician, when it comes to politics in Nigeria, I think you give it to them. If they want to use good luck, Jonathan, to get him out, why not? Because honestly, if you ask me, 2023, Atiku and Obi would have won the election, whether you ring it or not. But a situation whereby they went separate ways. And if you look at what is going on now, the person in power now, we call him Mr. Strategy. Whether you like it or not, you want to remain in power. But if you look at the body language of Nigerians, just go to the streets, Judy. I'm closer to the people on the street. They will tell you that let Jonathan come back. They will just make reference to bag of rice, bag of meat, the time of Jonathan. And remember, the best economy team in Nigeria after OBJ was Jonathan. I think Okoje Wiala may come back. So many of them will come back. So if Jonathan can come back, why not? Why not?
Okay.
But let's wait and see.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I love it. You said, let's wait and see. Indeed. Okay, thank you so much.
Hello.
Hello, good morning here. Good morning to you. Good morning to you.
Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Good morning.
All right. This is Ikami Jude. Good morning. This is Ikami Jude. I'm sorry. This is Mama H.O.
Okay, let's go, Mama H.O. Talk to me.
Please, I want to ask our elders, the one that called themselves elders. I want to ask them one question. And the question is this. The human capital of every nation is the wealth of the nation. Our youth, the Gen Z, they are supposed to be the wealth of Nigeria as a country because they have the potential to make Nigeria good. If an environment that is conducive is given to them, e.g., electricity. But the question is this. The way Nigeria is now, all these people that come from both sides of the man, do you like it? Look at our children on the street. Do you like it? Look at you children you train to graduate from school. No job. Do you like it? What kind of joy do you people derive from seeing these younger ones that are supposed to make Nigeria great, for seeing them suffer, for making them do terrible things that does not glorify you as a parent, chocolates of the country, like Yahoo Yahoo, like hookup, like kidnapping, like banditry, like armed robber. These are the things you suggested these younger ones to do just to survive. And yet, you people are still bending to rig yourself into power. Where are you people going to go with this way? If you die today and leave Nigeria the way they are, do you think you are going to rest in peace?
Mama
Never. You will rest in peace. So therefore, let my younger children. Let my children be,
Thank you so
so that
much,
they can
Mama Rachel.
elect the right person to lead them.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for calling. Hello, good morning here.
Hello, Mr. Kamijule,
Good
the king of people.
morning. Good morning
How
to
are
you.
you?
I'm great. What's your name?
Yeah. My name is Shola. I'm calling from my brother,
Okay.
Lagos.
Okay.
I want to pick on you when you were in the analysis section. You asked a question. You were talking about that if this president would respect the electoral reform. And of course, your analyst answered. Sadly, his body language, you will know that he lost power. Power corrupts, absolute power corrupts. He will never do anything to effect that electoral reforms. And what does this imply? It only means that Nigeria are going to be subjected to more hopelessness and suffering.
All right.
Now, my worry now is that Nigerians are not ready. What am I saying? We are supposed to be protesting. I'm not saying vandalizing or fighting. Nigerians should be picketing the National Assemblies, advocating for electoral reform, without which Nigerians will have a seat at home that we are not going to have.
Thank you.
If not, there's nothing that can happen.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for calling. Appreciate you. Hello, good morning here. Good morning.
Hello.
Yes, good morning. What's your name?
This is Emeka from Ogun State.
Good morning, Emeka.
Good morning.
All right.
Yeah, Kamigida, I want to ask Nigerians, are they expecting anything good to come out from this government? This government that established a snatch and run away with it. They're making the bandits today are snatching and running away with it. The kidnappers are running away, go with it. The Yahoo boys are running and clean up, go away with it. Are we expecting anything good to come out from this government? I mean, that established by darkness, when they allow witches and wizards to go and establish the Astor Rock for them to enter, to show the kind of foundation where the government that's ruling the Nigeria established, what good are they expecting in this country? Ever since the core result of this government at the midnight, has Nigeria ever have celebration? Everywhere has been like a place that been more. What are we expecting in this government? There is nothing good that will ever come out from this government, because this government is come to steal, kill, and destroy. So now Nigeria is like a place that have no anyone, in charge than the wicked and the evil men in charge. So nobody should expect anything good from this government, because they told us earlier that Nigerians did not vote them in. So are you expecting something from somebody that you never vote in? So there's nothing good we can expect here than only to do whatever we can do to make sure that these governments that enter at the midnight,
thank you so
that
much,
being called at the midnight and established by witches and wizards to leave this, that position.
Thank you so
much.
Thank you. Hello, good morning here. What's your name?
Good morning.
And where you calling from?
I'm Edward, calling from Sang.
Okay.
On this report of King Gibe, return for Jonathan to return. Please, I know before Jonathan issue will have become on the national news. Let good luck and the article support to. If Nigerians get themselves confused, APC will still use their kuboko to be wiping them. At least let them do the necessary thing, because the recommendation or the request of good luck cannot be met. Atiku and they will be joining the PDP and removing weekend. It is not possible. Then second one is on this Pengassin Lupen fighting with Dangote. I want to ask Pengas and Nupen, where are they? Where federal government is wasting $18 billion? All those turn around their maintenance, and they put their hands. They don't want to do anything. And look, where are they? Where they declare that Warri refinery is working and Port Harcourt refinery is working, where the two are not working? Where are they? Because unionism does not give Nigeria anything. This is the fight they want to bring now that we hit the policy of the nation. They're not supposed to come into that kind of thing with a private company of Dangote. Dangote want to do something that will favor Nigerians.
Thank you.
If government really want to do refineries, the government have supposed to have done it since.
Thank you.
So let them be very careful not to split this country, please. Thank you.
Yes, be very careful. Listen very carefully. Hello, good morning to you too.
Yeah, good morning, Kamijide. My name is Daniel from Alaba.
Okay.
Let me throw the line of the last caller. To ask the question, the Pengasin and the NUPEC, why are they trying to sow the seed they will not like to reap tomorrow? Now, the refinery has not been working. The man that has tried to manage and put on the refinery for us to manage, to work, to make use of all of us to make use of it in this country. They are trying to make the environment to not drive. Is it good? Why? They are not going to allow the Nigerian refinery to work. They will not want to allow the private refinery to work. What are they insinuating? What is their problem? Are they trying to tell us we should come and join them to come and go strike? Where Mary Kiari looted the billions of naira that they made for refinery to work. They couldn't go for a strike. Now, the man that want to make the refinery to work, they are going to strike on it.
Thank you.
Very bad, very shame.
It's okay.
Nigeria, where are we going to repent?
Thank you so much for calling. Hello, good morning. Okay, good morning here.
Good morning, Judy.
Good morning to you.
I've been calling from Mexico.
Okay.
Number one, the federal government, Tinubu by himself, have know who will be the next annex chairman. It's time. They are waiting for time. Then we announce it. Secondly, I did not blame Tinubu for anything. I can never blame Tinubu. When in a game of football, when a referee blow penalty, when it is not penalty, will you blame the players? Now, before you become a president, you will go some certain expectation, some certain examination. They will examine you. There is people there. There is people there to know that if you qualify. Now, they knows very well that he is not qualified, and then they put him, being knowing who he is. Now, he's dealing with Nigeria. Let me tell you one story. We go to Cotonou to convert a dead body. The man that we signed the final paper was not on seat that day. We try every means to induce the next person to sign it. He said that he will not sign it. And since the pan Nigeria, meaning here is not Nigeria. So everybody must monitor his. Everybody is government. You monitor your area. You secure it. Don't allow any leakage from that place to come out. That's the reason why we did not come back that day. Because the person that will sign the paper is not on seat. And nobody agreed to sign it. No matter the amount we give them, nobody agreed to assign it. But if it's Nigeria, somebody will sign it and give the other person and give the other person and give the other person money. Then we share the money. That we will carry the dead body and come back that day. That is how Nigeria works.
Thank you so much.
That is how I can't blame Tinubu.
All right. Let me read some messages at this time. Good luck, Jonathan should rest and support Peter Obi. Nigeria went and called Buhari when he has gone to rest to come and rule us. We have seen where he can lead us. Who are you talking about? Good luck, Jonathan? Okay. Thank you. Anyway, what's your name now? He's saying something way different. He said politicians are perfecting how they will rig 2027 elections. We are talking of how we will get PVC. Are we serious at all? APC will shock Nigerians come 2027. Wake up, Nigerians. Gabriel from Ojo is the one who sent that message. And then Frank has said it all. Those pushing Good Luck Jonathan are sponsored by the current administration. The essence of these is to distract Nigerians, making them feel like they are making the right choice while APC will be busy doing their rigging as usual. As it seems now, there is nothing this APC government will do or will not do to get power in 2027. Nigerians should open their eyes. Thank you so much. Let me look at this other message here. After the 2023 elections, one thing became clear. Peter Obi and Atiku Abubakar remain two of Nigeria's strongest opposition figures. Obi has the youth, credibility, and Southeast South-South support. Atiku has political structure, northern strength, and experience. Imagine if they join forces in 2027. It could unite millions of votes and shake the ruling party like never before. But the big question remains, which party? Who will step aside? Can they put ambition aside for Nigerians' future? If they succeed, 2027 may be heroic. If not, it could just be another missed chance. Nigerians are watching together for a new Nigeria 2027. Komidia, is that what you call your name? Thank you so much for your message. Let's look at some of the messages quickly now. Somebody's saying, okay, I understand you. No one is talking about electoral reform. Election in this country is by selection. We are talking about what? We're talking about replacing Mahmoud Yakubu. That's good. But who is coming is a big question. Nigerians have lost confidence on INEC. Those who rigged 2023 election will surely be pushed by or be punished by God, is what you want to say, right? Those who rigged the election will be punished by God. Our votes don't count, but we will obtain our PVCs. Our power is our PVC. Imagine celebrating our independence with empty stomach. What a shameless country. May God help us to overcome the problems we're facing now. Uchenna Duru sent that message. I'm against bad governance, suffering, killing every day, hardship. Things are not getting well with the people of the country. Anything to remove the present government is what I am after. If you will be president, Jude, to lead us to the promised land, it will be fine. Colombo from Ojekunle, it's okay. Good health. All right, it's okay. Okay, Prophet Olanisimi Samuel is praying. I say amen to all of your prayers. Okay, sir. Thank you so much. VOP, thanks for always giving the voiceless a voice. I have a question for Mr. Daniel Lulasi. Is he happy and satisfied with the current governance in Anambra State? Because he supported and campaigned for the current governor. Ama from Ogun State is the one who is sending that message. All right, if you want to reach me from outside the country, try and do that now. I can see that some persons are trying to reach out, but then, I don't know, probably just some issues with the network. All right, you can try again. If PDP and APC are like soup, they should have known that they have become monotonous to Nigerians. We need fresh vegetable soup again. I beg, Jerry. Mama Anne from France. Okay, I love that. Thank you so much, Mama Anne. Chude from Ayetoro is saying, can Pengasan and Dangote allow Nigerians to breathe? Every day is one problem or another. This quagmire would have been avoided if the government had done the needful. If a single man can build a refinery, what about government? Corruption would not allow them to do the right thing. What has gone wrong with our leaders? They just borrow money and share among themselves. Who did this to us? Is this country under a spell? What is really happening? A whole government of a nation cannot build new refineries? It's a pity and a big shame to the whole nation at large. God will help and deliver us. Jude, thank you so much for that message. Let's check up some more now as we begin to wrap up. Good morning to you in the studio. This country called Nigeria is designed to what? I hate to hear it that people say it's designed to fail. How can you ask an organization like Pengasin and our 4 refineries are not working and billions of dollars and Nigeria is being spent without what? Result, and the so-called Pengasin is nowhere to be found. Federal government denied attacks on Christians. What else do you want to hear from a government that always manufacture lies like what now? Mayor from Ikotun Egbe, thank you so much. Ayatek, Mr. President should not be one to select INEC chairman, because if he does, the INEC chairman will do his bidding. I urge Goodluck Jonathan to support Mr. Peter Obi for the president. Let there be a reform in INEC and judiciary if there will be an election in 2037. Also, let INEC report directly from the polling unit. Let them release Mazin Nnamdi Kanu. Ayatek from Arena Market sent that message. And then Franco Nero from the United States of America is saying that INEC and the officials must be living on a different planet other than this Earth. The evidence of lack of confidence in the shenanigans they did in 2023 election is extremely very low turnout, or is the extremely very low turnout in elections and the subsequent questions raised in every step INEC takes. Nigerians will force both the president and INEC to do the right things, especially concrete electoral reforms. On the other hand, while Dangote must be recommended for the refiner, or be commended for the refinery, the rights and protection for workers must be respected. We must begin to choose the best of us, to rule the rest of us, to get the best from us. May God help and heal our land. I'll come back by 10:30 to take the remaining messages, okay? And then take your calls. My name is Jude. Ikami Jude. Ogendigbo will take the lead from now. On social media, I am IKAMIJUDEH. All social media platforms. All social media platforms. I love you all so much, and I'll leave you at this time. See you by 10:30. My name is Jude. Good morning to you.
Please note, the views and opinions expressed on this program solely those of the individual contributors and do not necessarily represent